so welcome in. So we finally got Escoffier, and with her, we got her story quest as well. We haven't really got a proper chance to meet her, just a little bit with the event, but from what I've seen and all the promotional material, she does look like she's quite a character. She looks very charismatic, and she may have like a little bit of attitude, which I am absolutely here for. Really looking forward to learning about her character and seeing what Hoyo has prepared from her story. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into this and see what he got for us. Let's do this!
Is that Navia over there? Oh, it's been a while. Let's go say hi.
Hello. Let's talk with Navia.
Hey, Navia! What you up to?
What's she up to? She's wearing some sunnies. I remember when I saw that initially, I thought she was like moving. On like the live stream. Why the secrecy?
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
Damn, you're really like fired up.
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Will she? I don't know, to be honest. She sounds very harsh
She's
though.
so aggressive. She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
Wait!
She's literally giving off the Navia's.
Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia?
Ugh.
So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
What is happening? Haven't just gave away the disguise. Like, it'll lead to Paimon.
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Oh. Whoa, someone pissed in her cereal.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
For him, that's her, though.
Overworked? I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
Oh.
If Fermon can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
But Philmont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
This is not how... This is HR.
But you said I shouldn't come back until...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on, we have work to do!
She is very... like, I like the voice actor, though. Like, all of the anger, like, annoyance.
Wow, what a horrible person.
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
So, who was that?
Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness.
Oh my god.
He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
Oh.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw.
Oh.
Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us.
But just can contribute.
Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up.
Oh.
And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
That is crazy, though. So, you're waiting for Savannah to leave, and then you were going to approach Monica?
Oh, shoot. It all makes sense now. should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
Oh, yeah.
No,
In this case.
not at all, Paimon.
I know.
Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage.
Either way, Savannah's senior now, so you probably won't get another chance.
Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Paimon will join you, cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
And I'll join you too.
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you are planning to visit Fleuve Cendre anyway, let me take you out for a meal. I'll make sure it's a proper feast.
Ooh.
A really famous chef just joined us in the Rosula's Tavern. Her name is...
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that.
Yeah.
This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
And it's not even the Savannah person.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the one who owes an apology.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Paimon, don't make things more difficult for... Oh, damn, what a sentence. Thank you for that gift.
All right. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
What
A
exactly the
little
second one
highly
do?
strung, huh?
Looks like Savannah. Looks like with Savannah in the kitchen, even the waiting staff are on edge.
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
Yes, never underestimate Navi's affinity for sweets.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper.
Oh, wait, that's smart.
Find Escoffier.
There you go. So she made
Escoffier?
those.
Could this mean...
Go
Huh?
to Flus.
You know that name, Navia?
She's here.
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
They never really expanded
So,
on this
who's
area
this
lore-wise too much.
Escoffier, anyway.
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Boer, before Savannah. She
What?
recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Boer's history. After the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Best.
Gâteau de Boer. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah take her place?
And that's why literally like, Karina
Well,
ate her cake.
apparently, the Hotel de Boer was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu.
Illegal substance in the menu? How would that even like be overseen?
But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility. And she was sent to the fortress of Meripede.
Oh, wait, so okay, wait, I didn't expect that we were gonna like land why she was in the prison right off the bat. Hold up, wait, that's pretty cool.
The Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, don't be so dramatic, it was probably just a formality. We got sent there just for eating someone else's cake.
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident.
Could have been, to be honest, yeah, but that's
Escoffier
crazy.
didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
So that's what happened. Paimon still still thinks it's really unfair.
It's very convenient for Savannah, no? So she would take her job, right?
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Okay.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's her personality.
You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
Oh no, he's apologizing to food.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
A real Gordon Ramsay. How has the Hotel de Board made it this far?
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Yes, Chef.
Well,
Excuse us,
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
that's crazy work. I swear. Oh, well, I didn't really see the queue, but what?
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef.
So it's like she cooks that good. She don't want to go back to Hotel de Board.
Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
So there we go. So this is why people preferred her. the slight giggle too.
Fiamma. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills.
Aww.
Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Oh.
Hey, I heard that, Navia. I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
So you two must be the world-famous traveler and his companion, Paimon. Yes? Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, it went very British. It was like kind of like American and then like British.
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
And Hilaire is working for you. You must be aware of the situation with Savannah.
I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. and I've lost count of the number of times Navia's come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore, and being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
Oh.
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here?
Yeah, I don't think so
Honestly,
at this point.
I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either.
At least she's self-aware.
Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
Oh.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
You give Monica's candy wrapper to Escoffier.
She mentioned me.
Yes.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Oh, Monica.
Escoffier?
She has a little heart on her hand. I didn't like notice that before. Like it's there.
I can't believe her! Powdered
Two
sugar
hearts,
is supposed to be
actually.
applied sparingly.
Heart on each
Look at
hand.
all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
Wait, so now she's...
Well, whatever reason she came up with, at least she's convinced herself to go have a conversation.
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
She is very strong attitude. Like I would be scared of her.
Wait, she looks like... Is that a Escoffier?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Monica, why are you saying sorry? You just gave her like a wrapper. That's really the only thing you've done. The way she just like went in, like
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Oh.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think I would have noticed.
Oh. It's like when going for the details.
But please, you have to forgive me or Chef is gonna... Okay, I know. I'll kneel before you.
No, seize with this, Monica.
What the heck?
Please. That is actually insane. What?
Get up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more awkward?
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do.
Yeah.
Make the dish again. And this time, get it right. You cannot go begging your customers to feel sorry for you.
Literally.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do the dish over.
Oh my god.
That's
This
some
is...
backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook?
I know,
This is what
that's...
Vermont had to put up with. Then no wonder he had a breakdown.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest.
Like, we're just like, yeah, my palate is not like crazy.
Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me out of the kitchen.
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
Oof.
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and...
Well, there we go. Yeah, I mean, look, if that the feedback... Okay, she's mean, I guess, but that's... You need to, like, provide reasons and how to improve. I feel like that Savannah is just being mean, giving like a big ass mean girl energy.
We all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again.
Oofed.
And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve Cendre.
Do you notice how before we had Fleu Cendre and then she's like Fleu San, like
Monica,
that's
you don't
just
need to call me
crazy
chef.
differences.
I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened back then? That wasn't on you, and all of us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that Lumiline ended up in the food we served.
Lumiline? What's that?
Lumiline.
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute,
Aw.
produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli.
Why are you so sad, Lumitoire? Like it like rolled off her tongue so.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds.
Stimulates
Makes
the
things
taste
pretty
buds.
addictive.
Oh.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects, and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guard's list of controlled substances.
Is Savannah on it?
Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant industry.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high. Because everyone's suspicious of each other all the time. And now look at you. A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
that was
is
kind of
it?
like a bit mean. Like she's like saying as if it's like a downgrade. Like she's done what's best, but
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great. That's where I'm downing from now on.
oofed.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones. Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef?
No, chef.
So you do remember who's boss?
Oofed.
Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
That's like she's crazy.
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
He's
Whoa.
very fired up.
Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
Maybe we should give them some space.
Oh, Savannah!
Oh wait, this is getting very
God,
heated.
have you grown a temper since I last saw you?
Jeez. Ooh.
Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
Huh?
What happened to not storming in and raising hell?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
He's. Wait. Wait. Hold up. Let me listen to how he's talking.
Huh? Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
I'm trying to figure out if he's putting on an accent or if it's actually an accent. Does it make sense?
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
Sounds like we're in for a history lesson.
That's right. I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest!
Ooh.
According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Boer, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the restaurant. The cooking contest to decide who had the final say.
Okay.
Sounds like they had a lot of time on their hands.
Well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts.
I feel like, I don't know, is it put off? I'm trying to I like the accent and the idea, but there's a part of me that thinks that maybe it is put off because I feel like it's usually stronger. I feel like it's, or maybe it's because a part of it to be more extreme is more turned forced to say. I don't know. Is that just me? Or do you guys think that's a legit?
And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hotel de Boer into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine.
There are parts that sound kind of the way you went the last two words.
Reintroduction? Someone brought it back? Who?
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place, after all.
I thought so. There's your answer, Paimon.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Boer anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
A little?
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it as an exhibition of sorts. Savannah, any objections?
I don't think Genshin is actually gonna properly add accents.
Huh.
Not just,
If we're going to battle it out, let's put it
is.
all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
Aww.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Boer to me.
You already know the chef here.
What? The Codex de Boer?
The Codex de Boer, what is that? Oh.
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes, including Gâteau de Boer.
Is that the cake's
It's
name?
the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present and former head chefs of the Hotel de Boer have the right to read it.
Okay.
Present and former? Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean. I want your copy, the original version, the one you took with you when you left us.
But I guess that's
I'm sorry,
a
I
principal
must
thing.
be missing something. There's no difference between the original and the copyright. They contain the exact same recipes.
There's a principle.
Stop trying to
against-
change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the original codex?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift, to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little,
Oh no! Oh, that's nasty! Oh my god, Savannah! No! No, don't steal dollars, Savannah! Damn! Nah.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, weren't they? And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Boer, per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. Are you in or out?
I do love the idea of the cook-off, but
You sound surprisingly confident.
she's gotta win.
All right,
obviously.
then. Let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Ooh, oh my... Oh!
Believe me, I'll show you.
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendre so I can get prepping.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off, never letting you know what she really thinks.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Oh no! No, not the Navia's macarons! No!
Okay, that's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Yeah, that's hurtful. So anyway, what does Codex de Board she's so obsessed with?
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures.
Oh!
Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene.
Sweet.
For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Bourg was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures.
Okay.
So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted. Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hôtel de Bourg, which catapulted them to stardom in Fontaine's culinary world.
Nice. That's the cake Farina really likes.
Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Bourg.
Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hôtel de Bourg took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that?
Huh, Paimon?
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How can any restaurant survive if they only serve food that was popular last century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modeste passed away while he was still in his prime. And that was it. The end of the Hôtel de Bourg's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Oh!
Okay.
So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liyue's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from.
Right. Recipes.
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Oh.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the Codex?
It did, but like I said, it's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modeste wrote about.
Oh.
So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Bourg of today is my own recipe.
That's
As
good,
for why
though.
we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Vanigem's business sense to thank for that.
Nice. So he is cool. I like him.
Oh. Huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Bourg, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows? Maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate.
Yeah.
Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Boer never would have fallen into a slump.
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy?
Because she's
Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Boer is the true head chef?
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah only got a copy. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
well.
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to give me the original in the first place. Well, a joint decision by her and Venegem. But still.
Says it's hers. I have a feeling that it's Venegem. He was like the one mainly doing that.
Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head chef.
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our Gato do the talking.
What does that mean exactly?
It means vesting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula.
No, she's like bake off. She like suddenly went British. She don't mince words.
However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. That should be a breeze for you.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de Boer is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything.
Oh, shit.
Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe if I can find a couple of assistants in time.
But you also need to be good at it because, oh my god, that could go a lot very messy.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards. Think you're up to the task?
Bring it on.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your scathing review.
Oh my god.
Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
Confident. I like it. All right, let's start with some elementary mise en place. Show me your knife skills.
Ooh. So, show Escoffier your knife skills. His normal attacks to cut the fruit. Seems like she will collect the slices and process them into sublime substance.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en...
Oh, we've done it too quickly.
Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients.
What's a cold press?
A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me.
It's not a good
It
start.
uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead.
Cold press, and that's just like going cryo.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier.
Nice.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in?
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want. I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely.
No? So, tap or drag to add the flavoring. So right now we need to have... Now it's kind of like... I mean, that's it, right? Okay, there we go. That was quick. Flavor balancing complete.
And voila! Now it's your turn.
With Escoffier's guidance, everyone completes the flavoring process.
Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse.
Oh no.
But the traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try.
All thanks to my excellent teacher.
That goes without saying. Still, credit where credit's due. You did well.
Nice.
All right, now
She
for
looked
the
like
part
very
I've been looking
satisfied there
forward
with
to.
herself.
I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel de Boer's current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a final score.
Final score?
That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop!
Chop chop! Oh my god, lady. Okay, submit dishes from Hotel de Boer's. We need to
How's
make
it going?
here?
Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. I expect you to present the most delicious thing on the menu.
We have macarons. I guess you could submit macarons. Face lights up when you finish with
Look
the
at
dish.
that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grating commence.
Okay.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to le food.
Le food!
6 points.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, well, fair enough. Paimon doesn't cook all that often, so as long as it's a pass.
That's 6 out of 100.
No shot! Oh wow, she destroyed her. What? That is actually crazy.
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it.
Called out.
By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Aww.
Aw.
Me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones.
That's such an improvement, Navia.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points.
Aw.
Oh, that's yikes. She's a harsh judge.
Now to the final dish.
We also made macarons differently.
What do you think?
This is our last hope.
8 points.
Darn, that's barely higher than what we got.
She's gonna say out of 10.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation.
Okay. So what's the problem? Her smile is so silly.
I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
What is her grading system? Why is it suddenly 10 scale? What? I did say that's probably gonna be the case, right? But what?
How did you pull that off?
It's all the practice from cooking with you, Paimon.
Don't get me
Or you,
wrong.
Paimon,
There's
rather.
room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into honing your skills in the kitchen. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner.
Oh!
Hey, you made that last part up! No way did you taste that!
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking the Traveler as one of your assistants then?
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon and Navia should keep practicing and see how it goes?
Chef Escoffier,
Oh, it's Hilaire! What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bois, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
I think you could do that.
And you think you're up to the task, do you?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Is he not sick?
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Is it her meals that...
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me and my family. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
You sound sick. Are you sure you're up to the task for a minute?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't you worry, I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know I've been rather useless these past few days, but not anymore. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bois kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I mean, I hope so.
Oh no.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bois?
I have not, but I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. I'll prove it. Let me whip something up for you right now.
Okay. He's gonna whip something up for us. That's so crazy. But hey. Able to even to pick up the knife? Very hesitating.
That's strange. Why am I shaking?
Oh no, he's been traumatized by Savannah. Oh.
I can't seem to bring my knife.
Yeah.
I...
Oh shit. That's fucked up.
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
That's not how that works.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand.
He's been traumatized.
I was feeling so much better, and then
Shit.
Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
He's traumatized him. Oh.
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Yup.
Monica, when did you get here?
Why did it first like also have like a question mark on her name instead?
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow. But anyway, Firma, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was, I would have stood up for you sooner.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
No.
Oh, come
That's
on.
effed
All
up.
I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something stronger.
She sounds like the worst. All right, another Savannah horror story. Let's hear it.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trash now!
That looks like a good food, you lady.
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her
So
happy.
she doesn't even tell them. That's like even worse.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Like what?
Either straighten yourself out or get out of my kitchen!
So do it yourself.
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh man, that must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Fiamma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me.
Oh.
And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
He's been traumatized.
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
No.
Dad.
Oh.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation.
Yeah.
I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
I think she will want to hear it.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know.
Nice.
Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep practicing, just in case.
And so will I.
And so will I. I like Monica wants to offer herself, I think, to help. But Savannah would completely eat her up.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
I wouldn't like trust a complete Randy because you could never know
Actually,
which will work.
I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What?
Yeah,
Why
Savannah's
didn't you
gonna.
say so?
Savannah's gonna eat her up.
I was
Like-
going to, but then, well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
All right, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
That sounds British suddenly! It just went, alright. Oh my god. Wow.
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working
Wait.
for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
I hope you're right.
Wow! Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go! Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Great! Then it's settled.
And Traveler.
And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Aww.
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
Crazy. I can help cook. It will be good practice for the contest.
All right, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food if you're alive.
The way like her like tail thing went up too. Escoffier treats everyone to a spectacular feast. Shit. Oh wait, that's such a nice art. Look at the fire in the background. Everyone's like literally like there. about to eat. Oh, that's really cute. Escoffier opted for a huge variety of dishes. Thankfully, both of us are skilled enough that even though it was our first time working together, we had a great rapport.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
So many delicious foods. She dished out a plenty of phrase and taught me an awful lot too. The time seemed to fly by.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
I cannot believe that they like tormented this guy basically, that's Savannah, at that point. That is like literally mental torment. Like to like... Oh my... Maria, wait, hold up! No way! She is out of it. She had... Wow. She's my spirit animal in this moment. Okay, well, I must talk with her.
I wish I could eat that all over again. It's not often that Escoffier goes all out like this. And it's all because of you, Traveler.
That's such a mood. Wow. I like them adding these things more, you know? I appreciate that a lot. Let's talk with Escoffier.
Why, Savannah? Why?
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it.
No, she just wants it for the principal.
But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modeste's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing.
Wait, if this thing means a lot to you, she's just like literally just trying to make, you know, her feel worse. For her, that's probably not about how useful it is and more an issue of a head chef's pride.
Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point.
Were you two friends?
We were. At least I always thought we were.
Oofed.
She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief.
Sounds like you feel partially responsible. Oh.
Well, I mean to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with.
No.
I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex.
Speaking of Modeste, didn't he have a falling out with someone as well?
Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart.
Like a jealousy issue at this point.
Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks at every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli.
His eyes like are shaking.
People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured.
So what happened to them ultimately?
Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. their story just came to an end.
Oofed.
One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends.
Is it true?
Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly.
I'm trying to just see if it's like a history repeats itself like type of situation. I mean, I don't know.
And that's why I have to win this
Are we gonna, like,
contest
figure
tomorrow.
out what happened in
Then
the
get the
past?
truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut.
With me on the team, there's no way we can lose. Yeah, with you maybe on the team.
You're
Not
right about that.
Pablo.
Just follow my lead and victory will be ours.
Okay, let's see.
Let's hope that Savannah isn't all sizzle and no steak. After all the work we put in, it would kind of be a shame if tomorrow was a complete cakewalk.
Cakewalk! Ah. It's about rising suddenly. So wait until the following day till 12 to 4. Okay, let's do that. This quest seems like fairly fun. Like we've been breezing through it.
It's cooking contest day! To the Hotel de Boer! Toot sweet!
Ivan is fired up.
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see.
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
Well, someone's pride is speaking volumes. Okay, enter the Hotel de Boer.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hotel de Bord and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
I'm thinking about that's the most people I've seen in a room in Genshin ever.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh.
She's hiding behind us.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label.
Okay.
The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
That's really good. As long as someone is not swapping the labels out.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
Damn, we turned very British on.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
To be honest, having like French accents and like British accents for Fontaine, like to be honest, for all of the areas, they could have just like went with like the places that they try to like represent to have those accents. I feel like that would have been like so cool.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hotel de Bord cooking contest commence!
It's on! Get to the board layer 1. Okay, minimal amount of flavorings we need to use. So let's see.
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
The cold press is here, so we use normal one and then we attack.
That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
So we need 4. But we need 4 blue ones. So if we take... this is 5, right? 5 and 1. Nice. All we need. Flavor balancing complete. Nice. We could pick something up. Yeah, I should like sending us things.
Come on, Traveler!
Oh, we got the first layer. Nice. Let's go. Layer 2. Make the next layer of cake. Is this gonna be the same? I'm scared. What is it gonna be? What is the next level? Oh, it's the same?
Playing at.
She is like already like
The balance of
being mean.
flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
Oh, well, so we can always do this and then do this. There we go. If you want more quantities, you can always get it. So you can't even take the easy way out.
What do you think?
I mean, it's being cooked. Just like, who's the same with as well. Make the last layer of cake. Surely this will work well. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we need to like make even quantities. Actually, I don't know, should I make another one?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on Savannah's progress.
Or maybe that was a bad
I think
idea.
this flavor profile is...
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I think I will do is I will do this, but then I will do this and I will do this. So there's a lot of ingredients. Additional goals. Add at least 2 servings of floral flavorings. Wait, I don't like this. Wait, hold up. No. Can I restart that?
Enough!
Wait. No. Can I restart it?
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost time working alone?
Gonna have too much flavor, aren't we? So if we add 2, we have like even numbers. Because there's only other one we have so many of.
Stay calm, Escoffier. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think.
Let me just get like a right moment. Yes, that's what we need. That's what we need. Let's go. Let's go.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
Did it. I'm far.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg.
So we're done already and she's still doing it. Oh wait, elemental burst. I didn't realize I need to use the buzz. I'm silly. I didn't read. No. Okay. This looks really pretty. What a fricks. The
That
team.
went just as I expected.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
Okay, so, are we sure? I hope it's him swapping because I trust him. If it's him swapping, I trust him. Like the labels and stuff.
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make Gâteau de Bourg.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10.
9.9.
Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to.
Oh, I wonder whether she's using the thing that Escoffier pointed out earlier. If that's like the Savannah's.
Huh? Really? I couldn't tell.
That's probably hers.
All right, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the senses.
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages.
How exciting! I'm gonna dig in.
I like that they're like expressive with their voice acting in these things.
I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar.
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place. Who made this?
It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau is far below the standard we would expect.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
Maybe it's because of her teamwork. She spent half the time just berating her staff.
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
It's either those people or we have a rat, aka Monica.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest. Now, all that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's name underneath.
What? It's Savannah?
Did someone swap that out? Did someone actually swap this out? Because yeah, no, it's either Monica being like, you know, or I don't know what it is, but this is rather odd.
No, that's impossible.
Very suspicious.
Hey, Savannah, you cheated, didn't you? You cheater!
Yeah, Monica's looking down. I feel like she.
What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
What did she made Monica do?
Well, someone's a sore loser.
See, she's looking
These
down.
cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them. And everyone here can attest to that. It was Van Gem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge? Oh, or maybe her assistants let the team down.
You take that back!
Navia looks angry.
Judges, we demand a rematch.
Monica?
That's enough. What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex de Boer that much, you can have it.
Escoffier, no!
Yeah, it's not fair. Like, I don't trust
But you
this.
must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you put him through.
I don't trust this at all.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over and I won. That means you owe me the Codex, and I owe you nothing.
Oh, shut it.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done.
Yeah, Monica. She literally glared at Monica as well. She knows.
But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So, will that be all, ex-head chef? Or is there any other unfinished business you'd like to leave in my hands?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef. and a friend.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice.
All right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
Because that clearly, like, the thing is, like, if they swapped something there, it would have just been, you know, it wouldn't be such a slight difference. It's like it's been, like, sabotaged. And that weird flavor was pointed out, you know, Savannah, like, just, like, Carrie's using, like, something, like, cheaper. So, it's really just, like, Monica.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer! Finally. Now, at long last, I will succeed.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is a souvenir of your time here! Doesn't that mean anything to you?
It's all right. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma.
I don't trust her words, to be honest.
Mission accomplished for the Spina.
Like, look, if the lady is making to go all of these lengths to just, like, rig this contest, you can't trust her.
Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with the whole cooking contest? It's such a waste of time and energy.
She went very full British again, but Escoffier. Privately, I'm sure she's devastated, but what she's done is done.
No. No! This doesn't make any sense!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets, no nothing?
Oh.
I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
So she literally just thought that something is hidden from her and that she's not just let in onto something, and she was like blaming it on Escoffier's success then? That's crazy. How about you just have a skill issue, Savannah?
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah has a skill issue, so she has fainted right now, and she's dealing with a realization. Just she is actually not that good.
Savannah?
I'm joking. I actually got a 9.9 technically for hers, where Monica didn't interfere. Savannah passes out after reading through the original codex.
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
What did she threaten Monica with, though?
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night.
3 hours?
She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
That's like so wrong.
Why? Why would she do that?
Our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
and
a bad
it's definitely
person.
no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
Huh, about that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
Yes, Monica.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself.
Okay. So go and interrogate the cake. This freaking little oh no, depression. By the way, I'm not making fun of the things. I'm just making that so right. Like find others to blame.
Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was?
Ugh.
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this.
Is it really that bad? I made sure the taste tested before it was served.
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
Yup.
I'm sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
She would what? She would what?
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
I feel like so bad though for Monica too. Like they always just been put through, but still she's a traitor.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time.
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumaline incident? So you procured the contaminated ingredients?
It was done on purpose. I did say.
I
someone
think
done it.
so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen.
See, and that's what I say that was Savannah, because I did say the fact that it was Savannah's doing, at least in one way or another, because she wanted to, you know, maybe even put the blame on us, Escoffier, or she kind of knew that she would admit, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? She was look at him.
But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail.
She's not even sure she's done it.
But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with...
And she knew that you thought that you've done that. Why? You know what I mean? How would she know?
This is crazy. So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't?
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier finding out that I put her in jail, it made me freeze up with fear. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Make it make sense. You set her up second time. Girl, get a grip.
Seriously? All this fuss over a little slip-up?
Still.
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only factor.
I like how she's just so much more chill with this. Unlike me, I'll be like, what?
So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras.
Oh.
You mean you forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood?
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items.
You mean that Hotel de Boer?
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seems subtly different from how it used to be. But the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Yeah, dessert connoisseurs.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. But something's always slightly off every time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though.
Oofed. Just hearing all that, but you know what? Look, he's also right.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier left.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged.
Yeah, you don't say.
And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Oh.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
It's basically the classic find someone else to blame, you know, and become a victim in a situation. She thought the codex for Escoffier was a fake.
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade.
Oh, for goodness sake. What a stupid idea.
Like, literally, is she not the one who vouched for you or left you as a head chef? Like, why would she?
Of course.
Make it make sense.
Then she finally got the codex only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different?
He always uses a weird ingredient.
She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one of those times.
Yeah.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own.
Probably knows what exactly it is. She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm?
Like, you almost want to feel bad for her.
Different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Ooh. You're the one who made it. Get your hands on the codex, no matter what it takes.
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
It's been nothing but kind to her. So you let me, Illuminline, into the kitchen. Wait.
All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem.
I know, shocker, right? What a shocker. Sheesh, girl. I'm like so
I
into this.
sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update Vermont and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Sure, let's go.
That was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
Are you gonna make your macarons with 10 or 12 spoons of sugar? And we know her secrets now.
Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
What is it, Escoffier?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose?
Not a whole lot.
Every year, they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job is to lead the flock. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's a cut above the rest, a model of perfection. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing.
Okay.
Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its place.
And she's basically comparing herself to the goose that's got fatigue.
So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at.
Yeah.
But we humans completely miss that fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them.
Is this about you and Savannah?
I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius.
Okay.
Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and the same environment, I see no reason why two different people should be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born older or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness.
I don't know if you're right, but I think that's a great thing to believe in. To be honest, I mean, you can always perfect things, so I don't know. At least that's what, like, I think it's all about practice at the end of the day, right? If anything, so.
Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed.
She's just helping and doing all these
And
deeds.
come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways.
It's literally lifting the brow. I think that's pretty cool for her to do that.
Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm gonna head to the Hotel de Boer and spend the night investigating. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, so you don't get to investigate.
Calling someone a genius is just another way of saying I'm too lazy to figure out how I need to improve. It's a defeatist attitude and I won't stand for it.
Speak it, Queen! Say it louder for the people in the back. Yes! Yes! Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes! Oh, her character. Okay, so wait until the following day. So go to the Hotel de Boer and look for Escoffier.
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanigem isn't for a while.
I wanted to check on Escoffier.
Check on her? Why? What happened?
Well...
Oh, no. Escoffier, are you alright?
There goes. Oh, how many cakes did she make? Oh!
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me.
You really did pull out a nighthawk then.
Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all?
And kind of fell asleep. Let me get you a fresh one. For now, you should get some rest.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Girl!
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Okay, Escoffier. Let's see.
Coffee. Need coffee.
Oh, tiramisu! Wait, we have some cheaper tiramisu. And like a delicious tiramisu. I think it deserves a delicious tiramisu. Yes.
Strong, bitter coffee beans, transformed through expert brewing and balanced perfectly with rich, creamy steamed milk. Wonderful.
Because that's exactly what we gave you.
I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
By the way, that's a dish that I was actually able to cook with Escoffier.
Glad to hear it.
Right now.
But make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
Like with the skill. How goes the investigation?
I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Rip.
Wait, what investigation? What are you guys talking about?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small. I can't believe it's caused so much drama.
And yet, look at this kitchen. Seems like you had your own share of failed experiments last night.
Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Oh, okay, of course.
Huh? No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing. So, I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her.
It's gone.
Only to find an empty house with the doors wide open. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hotel de Bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be?
She related to that other person who
Boss,
tell us
Escoffier, bad news.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house.
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
What is that?
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean?
Wait a second. This feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow.
What are they?
Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures.
Modeste? The founder of the Hotel de Bord? Oh, okay, so it's
Yeah,
basically...
but I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details?
The Codex de Bord? Then, this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gâteau de Bord?
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Geez, Savannah. Anything to overcome a gâteau plateau, huh?
Ugh, idiot! Does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old.
Oh my god.
Hold on, there's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters.
Oh shit! That is a letter of unknown origin. A letter received several months ago. It was you. You let the lemon line through, didn't you? I know you were responsible for purchasing the problematic ingredient that day. What would your good friend think, I wonder, if she learned that she suffered on account of your negligence? What would the people in the hotel think? So, I imagine like to keep the secret from Escoffier, wouldn't you, head chef Savannah? See, I freaking called it! I freaking called it! And then she made Monica feel like she's the one who done it. A letter received several weeks ago. Retrieve the real codex by any means necessary. That's where the real treasure can be found. And you gave it away like a fool. Well then, you're going to get it back. Whether in bed or by force, it doesn't matter. Oh, I know. Don't you have that cooking showdown of yours? And if you don't think you can win, why, you simply need to have your opponent lose. I imagine that assistant of yours might come in handy in that regard. Okay, so the other only person interested in this would be the Modeste's friend, really. Because he is also feeling all sorts of feelings and he was getting in her head with these. That's crazy. That's freaking blackmail. A letter received not long ago. What are you dwaddling for? She was the one who concealed the secret recipe in the first place. Why else do you think you've never been able to recreate her work? She's afraid. Afraid that you'll outshine her. What do you imagine everyone says about you, both within and beyond hotel walls? Ordinary, they call you, untalented, a hack, a failure who will never surpass Escoffier. And you know whose fault that is? That's right, it's hers. She's no saint, never has been, so why hesitate? That's crazy.
It was you. You let the Lumaline through, didn't you?
Oh, he's reading it? Or I think he's just gonna say a word or two from this.
It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident?
He needs to go to the jail.
And not Monica after all?
Yep.
Retrieve the codex by any means necessary. So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind her pulling the strings?
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
Ugh, this is all such a mess. Paimon needs a second to process this. First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat?
So did Savannah blackmail Monica and also got blackmailed? Or is it the other way around? No, meanwhile, somewhere deep beneath the sea... Oh, she's gonna get in
You're
danger.
finally here. Of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety incident. The demand for a cooking contest. The instruction to blackmail Monica.
Cannot be Furman.
Even the suggestion that
Please.
Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it, Monica?
Okay, Okay, wait, I did not expect that. That is crazy. Why though? What? Monica? She was like giving tea to them and she was like there. So she played us all. What? Sam. So Bennett didn't see that coming. Yeah, that's crazy. She's nasty. Damn, okay. Enter the underwater
We
rooms.
should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Living daylights? What a curse. I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her. That's crazy. That's what a way to say it. Enter the ruins. Okay. So Hydro and Cryo. So obviously we're already gonna get an Escoffier trial in here, right? So I feel like that should be
Witness
fine.
my magnificence!
We're gonna get her anyways in here. Witness my magnificence. Oh. Hey, this is a nice domain. Ooh, I like that. But then again, I really like a lot of underwater areas. Oh, I thought that area was related to Lemuria when they like announced it. I don't think that's what it is. Because I think the other tunnel that we have underwater is not as nice. It doesn't have as much light. This is really cool. Like this. The way they introduced everything, I feel like from the live stream was like a bit tricky. It's in the room area. What do you mean? Oh wow, this is so pretty. No, they said on the live stream. Some Remuria areas they pointed out.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
Okay. This is a pretty
I think
area,
Modest's
though.
codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remuria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drinks.
Oh, blubber beasts!
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? How did they get here?
They're cute. They literally house the stables this area, by the way. Guess they're not used to seeing humans. Let's head for the end.
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Well, I mean...
Well, did Modeste mention it in his adventure logs by any chance? They must have gotten through somehow.
Good point. Yes, that's right. It's coming back to me now.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us.
That's the cutest thing ever! Oh my god, wait! Look at them! Look at them!
We have to feed the blubber beasts? With what? There's nothing here besides rocks, romaritime flowers, and lumitoile.
Well...
See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them. Now we have to head all the way back to shore and grab some.
There's no time for that. Romaritime flowers and lumitoile will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but who knows? They could be blubber beast delicacies.
Yes.
Wait, we're seriously gonna try this?
Yes. You collect the both flowers. I actually have a lot of them, so I've given some. Oh! Yes, it's all the same now.
Off to the freezer! Yeah!
It's all the same. Balanced flavors. So we have to need... She's a cook. Balancing complete. Ooh, that's the ingredient for the cake. This always looked like greenish.
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
I think I thought about it in the sense of it being... No, but it was 4. You needed 4. My math didn't work because if you put 3 or 2, it's gonna be 3 or 2. Like, it's still...
Trust me, they'll love it.
There would be like 1 difference. We didn't have like 1 difference. More permanently, how do we actually feed it to them?
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how long they'll be gone.
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. Oh, what was it that Modeste said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current.
Yes. So, this is the current. Some tables. This is such a pretty area, by the way. So, deliver the food! We're delivering for the bloober beast.
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much
Blueberries
and
have
they
these
might not
cars
come
down the
back again.
food.
Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
Yes. So now we'll need to do the other one, it seems. Because like the other symbol did not get activated. Deliver the food! This is a really funny mechanism, but I really like it. I like these like interactive like textures as well. Like you walk and stuff. Another bloober beast. Maybe I'm imaginative, but he just burped. Oh. Well, I mean, don't mind. I don't mind it as long as you're enjoying yourself.
Hey, it's open!
Yay! We've just been like literally cooking. We cooked. Okay. Some time ago. See what happens. We'll see what happens.
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
She could have poisoned her at that point.
I said your water, the one you just drank out of?
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's finally paying off.
Hey, Monica?
Not
How
only
come?
have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog. Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives.
It's crazy though to me, you know what is crazy? How she's like, not only played obviously her, but like how she's pretended to be all innocent and stuff.
Did you not hear me? Get going.
Shut up. Oh, shut it.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have...
Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffier. That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret recipes from you just to hold you back. It was the only excuse you needed to justify getting back at her.
I mean...
First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor.
Savelli and your ancestors? Wait,
He offered Modeste his friendship, only to murder him out of vanity.
Oh, it's coming down to that! Oh, wait!
He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together. So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right?
Oh...
I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be.
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realize that Escoffier never kept any secrets from you? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest.
She went crazy.
Why start now? You have no right to redemption.
Well...
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble.
Damn.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both our water bottles.
See? Kinda knew it.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback!
That's crazy!
But you drank it too!
Well, I mean...
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You.
She looks completely sane, by the way.
What's so funny?
Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh water.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, you know? Did you really think your half-baked plot would fool me? You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too. A complete waste of space.
Oofed.
No wonder you never amounted to anything.
That's She's a manipulator, alright? That's freaking insane.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now, I failed again, for the last time.
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But now the show's over.
Oh my god, I so dislike her. But you know, they've done well if they, like, make you dislike a character.
You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But you had your chance, and now it's time to say goodbye.
No fucking shot. That's okay. Monica, Whoa, slow down. Oh. I don't know what to say. This is some crazy work. She is cray-cray. Cray-cray lady.
Stop right there.
Let her go, Monica. We've got you surrounded.
Escoffier?
It's gonna stab her, isn't she?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't! Stay back if you want her alive!
Yeah, she's just freaking...
Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe?
I'm not too sure yet what her motivations are. It's not like very clear, I don't think. Also, it's also more so like the fact that she seems to be Modeste's like relative. Is that like all we know? But hey, after it makes no sense. Great. Also, I'm waiting for Navi to come in and blast with her like umbrella.
A recipe. You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs.
Well, some of us actually have bigger fish to fry. Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his Gâteau de Bourg, and it's right here in these ruins.
Okay.
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad.
She literally just moved forward. So technically, Savannah should be dead.
I couldn't care less about the cake itself.
No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands, and they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix.
Okay, Monica.
We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a groundbreaking drug. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui.
Oh, wow.
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
Oh no, someone enjoying to do and work the thing that they wanted to do. What a crazy idea. That must make them a fool, right?
Wait, what's that sound?
Well, I mean, it's ruins after all.
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
No. What the frick, though? It seems like she escaped in the commotion. Let's find another route and let her go after her.
Uh-oh. Savannah's gone too.
Yeah, she's taking her.
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
Well, there's one furious of good news. At least the one is safe for now.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route.
It shows as if we wouldn't be able to climb through it, you know?
Water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
Looks deep, this water to you? And there's a hole? Oh, there is a hole. I didn't... Wow. Okay, thank you for the hint. Thank you for the hint, I guess? There we go! Whee! I wonder if there was like a chest like there or anywhere. Oh, there we go. Speaking about chests. Didn't go. It's fully locked. Not just the way then, but this has led us up to this point. I would like to believe.
Golems! How are they still mobile?
They were probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Nice Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Very easily. Okay, 2 chests. Surely there won't be like another chest like somewhere like here in the corner or something. Sometimes they will like leave like something like a more chest and just be like, yeah, you can find it, or maybe not. This is a really pretty area, by the way. I like this area.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
For our guests, and it's just blubber beasts. Hi, we're British suddenly.
Limit walls and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
He's talking about the cake and food. She's a chef, Simon. She's not thinking what you're thinking. Okay, let me see. Because these type of areas, you would usually... Wait, I probably need to go straight. Oh, that's where we needed to go. Oh. Okay. This is a really nice room. This, I mean, is really pretty.
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century fontaine.
You know, look at that one either. Could it have been left with previous adventures?
Adventurers from last century fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date.
Let's rummage around. They may have left a journal or something.
You really think so?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen.
Well, I'm a pro at least.
Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests.
And bingo, found it.
Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills.
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
Okay, let's have a look.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins.
Oh, there we go.
It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it.
Damn.
He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool.
Oh.
Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us.
I feel like you partially created that in your mind.
Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong?
Yeah, that's usually more so a feeling, though.
I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sake?
So how is she saying that he killed Modeste? Like, I don't see it. I don't see it in any way. Like, huh?
Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, Then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient, the birthplace of Gateau de Boer.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
Oh, let's keep
The
reading.
taste
There's
of
more.
Gateau de Boer has changed. Modeste is convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell.
Huh.
Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong.
Okay.
But as he baked and taste tested over and over again,
he
found he only strayed further and further from the original taste.
This is when you overthink stuff.
It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste.
Ooh.
The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience, but in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely.
Oh.
In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. We were just too late.
Yeah, it just kind of happened with things like
Over the
people maybe
course of his many
know.
culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life.
But haven't been told that he died from an acute illness? If that makes sense, no? Was that not what it was said about him?
And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him?
Monica.
Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens.
Yeah.
Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gateau de Boer, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless.
True.
1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant too.
I mean, you live and learn.
What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise. But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters.
Oh, shit. He was just trying to
The
protect
final loose end is the evidence
here,
here, at the bottom of the sea.
Oh no, we got to stop Monica.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now?
Uh-oh.
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do.
Ooh. There's so much like plot twists with this thing. You know what? I am quite happy with this. That's so pretty. Yes, it looks so perfect, so ethereal. What?
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last.
Well, Ow.
Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations.
Oh, yeah, so she's like far, somewhat relative. That's crazy.
But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place.
She is given
But now, finally,
yes, she is.
The secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine!
She is like so deluded.
It's empty. It's empty?
That's what you get. That's what you get for all this. Yes. He does have that. Look, he done a good job then, right?
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Yeah.
Escoffier? What's the deal with that jar?
Savelli's final act. He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
Yup. And she's got...
This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning.
How about you just live your own life, girly?
All that for an empty jar?
Hey, it's a pretty jar!
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Pie hole? She's gonna breathe in the things. Oh.
To Lord Remus.
Well, there we go.
You barbarian shall be slain.
Well. Oh, shut.
She's a nutcase. A liability to herself and everyone else.
No, honestly, no.
Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made.
That
Get
is
these golems out.
That is crazy work. Actually, what? Escape the ruins. Oh?
Why is this place still shaking?
Maybe it's because of the fighting, or maybe because Monica was too trigger happy with her explosives.
Either way, it's all her fault.
Damn, she's...
Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here.
She is out of it.
Escoffier, come on.
Well, okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no, you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you.
Excuse you? Excuse you?
I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
She's actually nuts. She's insane.
You're a psycho.
Navia. Oh, Savannah, let's go.
Savannah? Oh, when did you wake up? I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Hey, we need to go. We were out of time.
Traveler? Okay, let's go.
I like how it's like the sounds are muted. They just left her behind? Well. I don't think I've ever seen people just leaving someone behind in the quest. Usually like you will like take care of them and like bring them back or something. And he just like left. No way. Huh?
Escoffier! Savannah!
Traveler! And Paimon!
Hello!
Jen, what are you all doing here?
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres? While the Traveler and Escoffier were out here risking their lives?
Oh my god, I already stopped talking actually.
We had to do something. Even though that something ended up being, well, waiting for you here instead.
It's okay.
I don't deserve any of you. And I certainly don't deserve to be your head chef. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. And now I almost got myself killed.
You know, at least you're self-aware.
Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Like she said, she...
Huh?
Fatigued?
Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation. What was it you said again?
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not nearly as awful a chef as you think. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left. And Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is.
You know, I was feeling a lot of feelings about Savannah first, but at the end of the day, she is a bit of a, she is a victim on Monica's scheme, which is,
At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong and do our best to improve.
Yeah.
That's...
No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Firmin and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable.
Yeah, true, Firmin. Yeah.
Well, about that, there's someone else here to see you, Chef.
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Oh, he's here.
Firmin? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse. But I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Oh?
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night.
What? Oh, no, no, she is freaking nuts. What the
And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumiline the whole time.
Wait, wait, I'm trying to drink something, but I barely have anything here. But so she's been she's been quite literally okay, I thought Monica couldn't get any worse. Okay, that's generally what I thought.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
Well, that's what it was. He was shaky.
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects.
Okay.
A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that mean more fragile or more hot-tempered.
So, do we think Sana was also? Because that was like some sort of hints of that too.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time.
You're already sounding a lot more confident.
Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
Nice.
There's more. We believe that Firma was likely not Monica's only victim.
Yeah, seems like it's...
You mean she poisoned me too?
I would explain more so.
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time.
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting.
I mean, true, but if someone is manipulating you, so like imagine it already gets like in your head and then amplify that. That's
So
insane.
you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
See why she's doing that though, for sure. Definitely needs to.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my Gâteau de Bourg never tastes the same as yours?
It's also like the fact, I feel like with her case, there were obviously some feelings that she was like dealing with, and then she found like to shift the blame, and that there was like those feelings, it will be easier, like more suspectable to the whole thing.
Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a genius and I'm not?
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
No way, that's that simple. That is crazy. She just called her a silly goose. That is... Wow. You silly goose. Oh my god, hi.
What?
Well, that would make things cook a bit uneven, yeah. Is that it?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature.
Oh.
All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them.
Oof.
I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong, and then you pinpoint the problem in just one night? It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius, and I'm just plain old Savannah.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think. I came up with this recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back to front and upside down.
There we go. And that's that.
And you've been head chef now
Sounds
for
like
what?
annoyed, which
6
I
months?
can tell.
If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel and declare you'll never be successful because you're not a genius.
Yeah, finding again kind of like a reason to like shift blame.
You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt, or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was satisfied with. Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does.
Exactly. Say it louder.
You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes. learn from them, and then keep chipping away until you cracked a problem once and for all. Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do.
That's our head chef.
Haha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bord kitchen anytime soon. Huzzah!
What the frick?
What a perfect ending to a crazy journey. Look how happy everyone is.
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you.
Aw, friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Maybe not all their
Good.
beef.
So now that's out of the way.
She looks very dark suddenly.
It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
Right now is crazy.
I,
Well, you know the reason now to make
But
it
that was
better.
mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
So yeah, that didn't count.
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her mojo back, and you barely escaped from a death trap.
I like how there's no one talking about Monica just being there.
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between two top chefs, and nothing will stand in its way.
He's like, I need this now.
So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today. Right now, this instant.
I didn't expect this to be the case.
Hey, so, this whole time you were salty about losing?
I mean... Cutscene time!
Second cooking contest commences now!
Let's do this!
No more games, and no holding back!
This is so serious. Oh, she's slicing it all up. Now she will know the mistake, so it will be actually like a proper match without interferences. Wait, is Pi with the one helping? Oh my god. Oh. That's... A cooking time! Okay, so what are you gonna say? She's opening it like that. Oh, so good that it's all like shiny and sparkly. No! Not on her head. What do you mean?
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Oh.
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
Oh.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
Oh.
I'll do it.
That ties it so nicely. Hold up. Why did they cook with this quest? They actually cooked with this. Huh?
Quite right too. Piece of cake.
I see what she did there. That's crazy. Her tail seems very happy with the results. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that!
Just growing on me.
Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost.
This wasn't for you, was it? Did this for Savannah's sake? Oh?
Now, where were we? Yes. Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened?
What are your future plans? Are you going to stay the flu, Sanjay?
I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had 2 reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
To be honest, that's valid. That's a valid reason to do things.
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities.
No shot! No way! What? I'm freaking out because the thing is, they didn't have to do this, and they did, and this is perfect. Oh my god, what?
She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth.
Oh.
Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, nothing's off the table.
Yeah, we know exactly who we're talking about.
There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook.
I feel like we need them to interact in the future. We know exactly who you're talking about.
Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
What? Paimon didn't notice at all.
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Well, I'm always out to be your taste tester. You should definitely make Paimon test all of your most experimental dishes. Yes, yes.
Hey!
Yes!
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research. Make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances.
Yeah.
In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Boer, revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember, feedback is always welcome.
All right! So, do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Boer?
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanishem that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
Good luck to Savannah, I guess.
You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remoria.
Mm-hmm.
Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Boer. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary. Then went to all that trouble to infiltrate the Hotel de Boer. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
She sold her soul for a dream, then had a rude awakening. Her life's work became a grand exercise in fertility.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth.
Oh?
The so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitoiles, better known to us as Lumiline.
Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the early days of Gâteau de Boer?
Because they didn't know. That was like all the flavors and stuff.
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Yup.
Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk.
Yep.
Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica.
Not at all.
She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
She got exactly what she deserved, okay?
Hey!
Oh, hi, Navia! I thought you were gonna help us with your umbrella, but...
Huh? Navia? You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. they ran a special issue.
Oh?
Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Rumoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an absolute fortune.
Monica.
Wait! Isn't that the jar they used to hold the treasure?
Smashed it?
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. It's such a shame.
Yup. Perfect. Perfect ending. I love that. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Okay. And we got like a recipe as well. Wow. You know what? I love this. I loved it here. It's crazy. The ending, the way it covered all of the points, as well as like the progression with the character. You know, we learned about Escoffier, the way she is all her character. We learned her history, we learned how the cake even came to be. I just feel like they done so well. The plot twists, well, you were just like expecting certain things to happen. They were just like completely surprising you. She felt like a villain. She felt like a villain. And there were like so much more like layers and just being like, no, here is this and this. The cutscene was so goofy at the end too. The Shangling invention. They didn't even have to do that, but they did. Which I think it makes it even more perfect. For the story quest, for the fontaine, it may be one of my favorites, to be honest. I mean, I really like Nivellettes. It's very up there from my fontaine story quests. You know, the irony also about, you know, Monica dedicating her life to all this and finding the thing that she was dedicating it to, even though it didn't contain its contents, but being completely oblivious and not recognizing that something so, you know, ancient, aka being an antique, would not hold any value. That just shows how much she doesn't appreciate and value things. Also, I'm really glad how the whole Savannah thing at the end played out. Obviously, I didn't like her, and it was made so we don't really like her, but I think they've done well. I feel like I ate well, they cooked, and we ate well. This is literally only fitting for a character who is a chef to feed us well. For those who watch this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this quest. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube and check out my Twitch, because that's where these things happen live on here, of course. But yeah, YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Bye. Come to Twitch or you lose your 50/50s.